Begin at tuneslikebeer.com.
Everybody crushing you, but I'm wanting to marry you. She placed on her baby, on sun that brighten up my day. I'm in love with you, and girl, won't you stay? If I tell you I'm in love with you, tell me you feel the same. So stay, stay. Baby, oh, you know that I want you, and I will never ever break your heart, though. Baby, oh, you know that I want you, and I will never ever break your heart, though. You are the air I breathe, the one for me, my medicine, my only medicine. You are the air I breathe, the one for me, my medicine, my only medicine. Yeah, I love you, baby. Hey, hey, hey. God, I love you, baby. Hey, hey, hey. God bless the day I'm upon you, oh. I feel good, I'm around you, oh, yeah. Baby girl, I love you, I ever know. You stole my heart, but I let it, oh, yeah. Just to prove my love all the time, my life. If I break your heart, then let me die. Baby, oh, you know that I want you, and I will never ever break your heart, though. Baby, oh, you know that I want you, and I will never ever break your heart, though. I love you, baby. Hey, hey, hey. God, I love you, baby. Hey, hey, hey. All you see is all you brought me in life. You are my life. You are my love, yeah. When I needed love, you brought me love. You are my love. You are my love, yeah. Baby, oh, you know that I want you, and I will never ever break your heart, though. I love you, baby. Hey, hey, hey. God, I love you, baby. Hey, hey,
I'll be your king, you be my queen. Let's ride to the end, thick and thin. Girl, you are my Wonder Woman, the one that I'm living for. Girl, you know that I love you. Oh yeah, girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
In the end, I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini, the remote control, you're the TV, DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gon' bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old?
Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die.
must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you, left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So
do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Une Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Michael Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicy love, what's next?
A new Liberian restaurant and lounge with tasty Liberian and Afro-Caribbean cajun is opening in Morton, South Jersey this spring. The name is Sasa Bean. Sasa Bean is located at 300 East Braintree Road, Morton, New Jersey 08053. Sasa Bean specializes in ethnic Liberian, Afro-Caribbean, and Southern cuisines. We are 25 minutes drive from Philadelphia, 40 minutes drive from Wilmington, Delaware, 30 minutes drive from Trenton, 30 minutes drive from Bristol, and 20 minutes from Burlington, New Jersey. At Sasa Bean, we have a private lounge area for private parties and private and corporate meetings and events. Sasa is hiring for both full-time and part-time employees. The pay rate ranges between $16 to $22 per hour. Contact us today for all your bookings and reservations on 609-468-4232. That's 609-468-4232. Sasa Bean Restaurant and Lounge, a place with tasty dish and comfort. Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, non-profits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sycamores Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sycamores Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sycamores Motors on UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sycamores Motors on +231-775-987-758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sycamores Motors, drive with confidence.
Now what money can do, what money can do, what money can do. So what money can do, what money can do.
Hey, look at our fun!
buy a car there. I really want to buy a car. Yeah.
Oh, Mary, how are you?
I'm not okay. Something really confusing me.
What is it?
Lately, I see too many brands of cars on the road. Different one too. What if I want to buy a special brand of car? Where do I go?
Well, I don't know about the other brands of cars, but I heard Sycamores Motors have been operating in Liberia since 2013, and they are the sole distributor of all Toyota, Mitsubishi vehicles, Yamaha products, and Bridgestone tires. What's unique is that they give you 3 years warranty on bigger vehicles and whole 5 years on smaller vehicles. Parts are readily available and very affordable.
Oh, really?
I will lie to you, if you are looking to buy any one of these brands of vehicles, just head straight to Sika Motors, UN Drive, Seontown, Bourgeois Island, or email sikamarketing@cfao.com.
Alright, thank you, Sika Motors. You will see me soon. For more information, you can contact Sika Motors on 0775 987758 or 0881 937000.
Sika Motors.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is another day, the 18th day of the 5th month, 2023. It's good to be here this morning with a tag team, Darlington Collins, Martina Konate, Sylvester Teves Na, and I, Boakai Amara Kamara. We are pretty seated here this morning to bring you the happenings in Liberia, the talking points, the trending issues as it's put in our country. So let me join my team and welcome them one after the other. Let's say, Teves, good morning and welcome to the show. Good morning, Teves.
Good morning, Walker, and good morning, Martina, and my brother Darlington Collins. Good morning, Walker. Are you getting me?
Okay, I'm getting you now.
Good morning, Walker.
It seems to be there's a little delay from Teves's in, but Martina, good morning.
Being here once more, and I couldn't make it to the office this morning because I have one or two issues to run after, so I'm doing a show from home. Hope that the network will permit me as we go on discussing our issues.
There's a little delay from your end, but let's jump Martina. Martina, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Boycott. Good morning, Tellers. Good morning, Darlington. Good morning to our many listeners in and out of Liberia. It's good to be back on the show this morning again.
Darlington, are you there? If you are there, you can let us know if you ain't yet, so we can forge ahead. Darlington, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Boyka. Good morning, Teves, Martina. Good morning to our many listeners who take up time morning to listen to us here on the Costa Show.
Good morning, Darlington.
Okay, good morning. Guys, it's good to be here. So we have few things to look at this morning. And yesterday, the maritime boss appeared in studio. He talked on a lot of things in Liberia. We'll be looking at that. And a little kid was found dead in a Painesville area with, the head chopped off. That's a terrible situation again in our country. So we'll be looking at some of these things. Except you guys have some things to add up. Darlington, do you have anything from your end that you want us to add to our agenda this morning?
You can go ahead. Set the pace, boy.
Boy God,
Mm-hmm.
we discussed an issue they content right about with the Mina Jala hope for women. And I reached out to the family. I think we need to update the public about that too also. Yesterday I tried, but because the topic we were discussing was so interesting, so I couldn't bring it out.
Mm-hmm. So you want for us to include that. So
Yes.
Teves, I hope your line will allow you to be with us this morning in time. Teves, are you there? There's a delay from Teves. And so Darlington, yesterday the maritime boss appeared in studio. I guess you follow the his appearance in studio yesterday at the LBS. He talked on a wide range of issues, how the government is making progress, the opposition, most especially Ambassador Boakai. He talking about their rescue mission. He haven't done anything for Liberia, so we shouldn't be looking at him as a rescue father. He talked on a wide range of issues. I don't know what you make of his appearance yesterday on a local radio station.
Well, I actually purposely didn't listen to Eugene Nangwe, but I think men like Eugene Nangwe should find better things to tell us. The society have moved past listening to the legs of Nangwe. They are now so credible. You know, I'm also told that he conducted an interview on the BBC. You know, the CDC now is getting to a point where they are running short of men, so they will go for Eugene Nangwe to help them manage the propaganda. I mean, yes, I would be stupid to say that even in the opposition that there are not minor contradictions. There are minor contradictions in the opposition camp, but it doesn't, amounts to Eugene Nangwe, pointing out issues in the opposition when he got excess of laundry in his closet that he needs to be telling us, what happened to the 3 missing boys. I think Nangwe needs to tell us. Nangwe also need to tell us like how he's running his Liberia Maritime Authority program, where he uses it as a place where he can gather millions and thousands of dollars. Nangwe need to tell us whether he have reconciled with the CDC Youth League for eating at, luxury restaurants and posting pictures and making market of the masses. These are, I think when Nangwe breaking the silence, these are things that we expect of Eugene Nangwe to be telling the Liberian people. The Youth League of the CDC at some point had to bash Mr. Eugene Nangwe. They say, our people cannot be suffering, and you every day you go out expensive restaurant and eating and taking pictures. I don't know whether you remember that famous photo of Eugene Nangwe eating at restaurants. So Eugene Nangwe stand on nothing. He got no more rectitude to question anything yet. I mean, he always been in government, always been in government. I read a post from one of my comrades who have labeled him as a parasite on government. He's been there doing what is dirty work, whether it was the mysterious, disappearance of Sam Bukari in Liberia, especially during his stay in the Taylor era. These are things that Mr. Nangwe needs to tell us, and fast forward to him eating at an expensive restaurant when thousands and scores of seditions cannot even eat there, especially, but again, the opposition got some dirty clothes in their closet to clean, but Nangwe needs to, firstly, before you start the house cleaning, you need to start from your own house. You need to tell us how Mr. Weah acquired all of these ill-gotten wealth in no time. I think that's why the debate should center around moving on to 2033. The Liberian people gave you 6 years of their mandate. What did you do with the 6 years? Eugene Nangwe should be summing up, summing up the Weah administration 6 years, and not be making the throwing the bleed game and casting, making wildcast allegation and stuff like that about people in the opposition. I mean, The opposition work is to checkmate the government. Opposition, when you say you're not doing anything for the Liberian people, the opposition is not there to build infrastructure. They are not the one who was entrusted with state resources. So it doesn't make Eugene Nangbe and Alex of George we are any better. Just because the people gave you corporate social response, the people gave you the sound of social contract theory with you know, where they elect their deputies, they elect you as lawmakers and give you the executive arm of the country to run. What are you doing? What kind of steward you are? I think the likes of Nangbe need to tell us how are they managed the Liberian people resources in 6 years. Now you're asking for a renewal of the mandate. You know, it is based on the people evaluation of how you have performed, you know, that they will decide to either terminate your agreement or renew your mandate. So that's what the debate should center around. Nangbe has been in his foxhole for some time. You know, maritime is not really much to do there. So much money, loose cash here and there that he can eat. So I think he can focus on that, go to more luxurious restaurant and see the reaction for the young men in the CDC. But to come out with his normal, you know, street style talking and propaganda, I think it's not going to help him. He need to tell us how have Mr. Weah managed this country. That's the debate. So before you start to checkmate other people, tell us how have you guys managed this country in 6 years. Other than that, I don't want to listen to you. I don't have little or minimal interest. The reason why you see Eugene Nangbe coming off the bench of propaganda and retirement is because they feel threatened. They feel threatened by, you know, I give it to the opposition. I mean, in a couple of days, we have criticized here workout on the Costa Show that the opposition are now more visible in terms of how they engage the masses and their appearances and their engagement. But in a couple of days, the opposition have been showing some signs of, you know, engaging with the masses and making a strong case. Whether that case is sufficient enough, that is up to the Liberian people to give them a mandate or not. You know, so numbers should leave us alone and focus on eating at a luxurious restaurant as we wait the reaction of the CDC Youth League.
Okay, so Martina, you listen to Darlington making the case of the appearance of Eugene Nangbe yesterday on a local radio station and acting as say everything is bread and butter in our country, everything is on course. What's your own perspective on his appearance?
For me, my take on this whole issue, that's why I'm not supporting the rescue team, but I want to answer Eugene Nangbe this morning. He said, Joseph Boakai, have you done anything for the Liberian people? Yes, Joseph Boakai, have you done anything for the Liberian people? But at least he maintained his integrity. Joseph Boakai did not live on the expense of the Liberian people. The record are there and it is very, very clean. Joseph Boakai, have you lived on the expense of the Liberian people, like what some of them doing today within government? The time Joseph Boakai has served in government, 4 decades and some years, from one corrupt government to another corrupt government, from one corrupt officials to another corrupt officials. But yet still he maintained that because he believed that his people were suffering. His people have been marginalized. He didn't mind because other people working in government, they're stealing from the Liberian people. So he should go to and steal from us. He left in his salary. That's why you see he not get mansions everywhere. That's why you see he was not able to pass around to share money on the Liberian people. They say he mean. People who share money, they steal from us. At the end of the day, they come in the public and use our own money that they're supposed to put in the hospital. They're supposed to invest in the education sector. They're supposed to build roads. They will steal the money from us. At the end of the day, they come to share on us. And Joseph Boakai, you have never seen Joseph Boakai since he started working in government up to now in any public space sharing money because he has never steal from the Liberian people and he will not. So let me say this to Eugene Nangbe. Yes, I agree that we need to clean up our system. That's why some of us today, we stand firm on our decision because we believe that our people, they're associating themselves with criminals that been Danny and Wani with government who have marginalized the masses. And today we see them crossing over to the rescue mission. We see it as a threat to some of us that wanted to see a system, to see a governing system in this country that will govern for everybody, not few people within the country. We see it as a threat. But let him focus on the issue and take Joseph Boakai out. Because how many Liberians have worked in government? Some people, they just started working in government when George Weah became president. But what they have been, Joseph Boakai that worked in government for 4 decades and some years, he have never required that kind of property in his life. Someone they just start working, not even made 1 decade yet, but they have got it rich overnight. So how will you come to question the integrity of Joseph Nima Boakai when we all know you people call him poor, that he served as vice president for 12 good freaking years. Yes, he served as vice president for 12 years, but he left his honest salary. Every money that was given to his office, Joseph Boakai was the only official Manaseli government that left budget for the current vice president before he leave office. Is that not enough for Eugene Nangbe at least to come and say Joseph Boakai is a man of integrity? That's not enough for him. Let me see somebody with moral standing ground, with integrity to come and criticize a Joseph Nima Boakai. That's not a character like Eugene Nangbe. Everybody know Eugene Nangbe. And Eugene Nangbe was down here one with the CUP government, and today he is Jowiya government. And don't be surprised you'll see Eugene Nangbe again in the very government that will win this coming election. Because our people, they don't want to get rid of the criminals. They always want to recycle them. Every government that comes, they use them. Every government that comes, they use them. So when we see Eugene Nangbe, they're talking like this, because people gave them the chance to speak in society. If Eugene Nangbe were going to be trashed out, like the way some of us would want them to be trashed out, Boakai, Danito, trust me, tell them Eugene Nangbe is nowhere. He's fighting hard now to rebrand himself, but nobody going to be listening to him. But recycling these people, we gave them ground to stand for them to talk nonsense all the time for Liberian people to hear it.
All right. Thank you so much, Martina. For me, Len Eugene Nangbe is a character like that from day one I haven't taken seriously. In a sense that if a man that jumps from one political party to another political party just to enrich himself, from one government to another government just to live on the back of the Liberian people, so such a character that is living a life, a parasitic life, should we take him seriously? I said no, it's a waste of time. So I listened to him yesterday. I was like surprised. They see men praise Joseph Boakai in 2017. He praised Joseph Boakai in 2017 and called Joseph Boakai all sort of names. We are not here to sing praises to Joseph Boakai or we're defending him, but we just want to put this character under the microscope and let the Liberian people know who this person is, that he's coming out to speak on issues with no character. So Joshua should be the messenger that he's sending to send out the message. It's not resonating. Joshua should know that. A character like Nangbe shouldn't be the one at the forefront to be pushing your agenda, Joshua. You are making a mistake. Why will you allow Eugene Nangbe to go and sit on a platform to defend you? What moral rectitude does Eugene Nangbe have to come and defend a government that he once criticized, a Boakai that he once defended in the past? Then you think that we should take such a character seriously? I said no. Eugene Nangbe should be at the back and quiet. He shouldn't be at the front. But you see, and this is what we say, this is Liberia for us, because a criminal like Nangbe, where he would jump from one political party or from one organization to another one just to enrich he and his family, is the one now coming to push the message of George Weah after he criticized George Weah or Bill Twawe and other people in 2017. George Weah, your messenger is not the rightful messenger that you are sending out there. I'm real to you. The job that the Ministry of Information should be doing, he's now taking that position. Everybody wants to be the spokesperson of this government. Everybody. Eugene Nangbe, you should be telling us how far we are when it comes to our maritime sector. There's a discussion that you should be pushing. What can we Liberians boast of under this administration? What are you coming convince on us about? That's the question. What are you really coming convince us about that we should re-elect George Weah? Absolutely nothing. Because George Weah have failed miserably. The man that is from the slum, the man that we took, we said that he from Gibraltar, he from Claratown, West Point. See the luxurious life that he's living now. Then you coming to lecture us on governance? Nangwe? You should be thinking about your lifestyle that you are suffering from, bro. You should be thinking about that. Don't come and lecture us on anything on governance. So I don't know, Danito, if you want to chip in on that so we can move to another thing, but
No,
for me, that's the position.
Eugene is not. I just what I had to say about Eugene Nambwe, I just said it. I think he shouldn't be taken seriously. The Liberian people have seen through him. You know, he's on record for flip-flopping from parties to party. He's a flop. You know, he got no more erected to question anything here. And that's what Martina said. You know, it's okay for people to criticize, you know, because one thing too we should guard against, Boga, the opposition is not exempt from criticism. We yet to have criticized the opposition. So not just because somebody criticizes the opposition and then we get, you know, we're getting our element and we get out of character. But a man like Eugene Nambwe, who suffers serious character deficit, should not be the one here raising the moral argument or criticizing people for anything. He can just stay there and hustle from one government to another government, hoping that he will get a job to survive. You know, I think that's where he should focus on. But like I said, again, it's politics time. You know, he's come out of retirement to come into, you know, meet a political propaganda because the CDC herself is struggling to manage through the propaganda. You just should be telling us to make a case for another 6 years of Mr. Weah. Well, how have they managed this country? That's why he should be telling us, you know, to even ask for another mandate. I think that's what the debate should focus on. You know, not the trivial things he's raising, you know, attacking people here and there.
Okay, guys, let's look at what occurred yesterday in Pinsville. A little child body was found in a drainage with a hair cut off. And those are some of the things that a man like Eugene Nambwe should be telling us, that the country is not safe. We Liberians, when our president can tell us that we should be security for our own self, we should buy CCTV camera and install it to our homes. This is where we are. So the president made no mistake by telling us to be our own security. Darlington, how heartless it is for a child that is around 4 to 3 years old, found dead again in Peaceville, beheaded. And this government thinks that everything is okay. The international partners are looking, and they feel that everything is okay with us here in Liberia, Darlington. Where are we headed to? Since this government took over, there have been a lot of deaths. We even though we criticize Ellie, but the death rate under George Weah is too much. Then the Weah administration, I just don't know what's going on. And every day we see some of these things happening. We can see no tangibles coming out. No, the outcomes are all not, you know, they not favorable to us, Darlington.
Again, Buckeye, it is sad. You decide that, you know, young babies, you know, who are innocent can be born to a country that doesn't protect them. You know, no protection for our children and especially let alone our old people. But the other day, yeah, the other you know, young boy who died in a tragic, you know, motor accident. A lot of people died too, but his death really, you know, claimed my attention. That a child with so much life ahead of him, you know, we meet his untimely demise, you know, at the truck. But not that in other countries, these gruesome acts don't happen. You know, babies being killed, even here in America, you know, mothers killing their babies. But the culture of impunity. That is why that is why it's killing that country. When something happens, you know, law enforcement play a minimal role in bringing the perpetrator to justice. The question of justice have never been answered, Becca. Young baby had beheaded, and up to now, we are not even heard a major press conference from the Liberian National Police to even give an update about what the police intends to do. It is sad, Becca, and more of these things will happen. More of these things have been happening under Mr. Weah. Mysterious death of people, extraction of baby parts, especially now. It is electoral season. I remember growing up, small boys, our parents would tell when it's election time, mothers, hold your baby home. When they're playing, make sure you keep an eye on them. Don't send them on the road to buy anything. Because political people, especially the bad ones who believe in these ritualistic activities, will try to exploit these opportunities. Keep your children close to you. But the country, the other day when I say, what kind of country we have? People are getting vexed. But that is the problem. A country where you cannot even bring people to justice, hold people accountable for what happened. It will just be another, sad thing where the photo might be too graphic for us to post on social media. We'll talk Martina and who the mothers and because my man, when all of these things happen, we as men, we don't feel hurt as the way mothers can feel hurt, especially with the pain that goes through with childbirth. That somebody will look at their innocent baby in that situation. That somebody will look at their baby to that situation where a country is living no hope. But in America, they can even innocent, they can kill innocent babies, but they hold people accountable. The law go to the further extent. They don't mind using that is what the state resources is there for. It is not when Minister X's daughter, like the other day, I remember when Representative Edelford's daughter died at at JFK, then the family was raised. Then Representative Edelford was crying baby around here. It is not only when people in government, relatives are affected, then the government tend to want to investigate. The government must work for even the ordinary citizen. Just provide the security, logistics. Mama, you'd be surprised, brother. Yeah, much as we want the police to operate, do you know the national police is very underfunded? The city police now is the one who got all the funding. They got all the logistics. The broad national police is underfunded because you have a director like Patrick Sulu who is technically a bodyguard to the city government. That is what is happening in our country, brother. And then Patrick Sulu too on the flip side, he don't even have the courage. He don't even have the courage to even go to the Senate to say, oh, the LMP is challenged. My man, the LMP is challenged. I spoke to one of my men who worked there. Printer, they can't even get ink in their printer. Like how bad it is at the LMP. So much as we want the police to investigate, so now they put and say the regular thing, oh, no fuel in the car. But the struggle, I'm not even going to no fuel in the car. Even ink in the printer, they don't even have ink for their printers. But let alone we talk about stationery and office supplies. That's how sad the country is. The culture of impunity. So it is just a country that will just be there. And sad that they will be killing babies, and we'll just come and talk about it until hopefully the Liberian people change the course of history. And the way you change the course of history is to get away with the culture of impunity. People who have checkered past. I know these are political times. But the people say when the wedding will be good, we're not from the eve. The reason why the country has been moving in vicious cycle is because of the culture of impunity. Mr. John did something. Now we want political office. We work with Mr. John. Tomorrow when we get political office, the question now will not be, oh, let's go back to the original plan. No. When you lie to get power, you must keep lying to stay in power. So, and that is the truth. Sometimes we Liberians don't want to hear it. We're clamoring change. Oh, we want change. We want to hold people accountable. But we cannot hold people accountable when those we put in position of trust, they are not held accountable too. Well, it is not just presidential candidates and vice presidential candidates, even the quality of people we elect in the legislature. The quality of leadership we elect in the legislature. But a representative will be accused of raping, but the people will reward him with a political office, he will get elected. Because he's a representative and he can't get arrested. And he uses his office to dish the arm of justice. Mama, it's sad. And we'll talk about it. In our country, we keep pampering, and that is why the culture of impunity is parading the country. We say, oh, nobody like injured. Mama, the gravity of which some people have done some things in that country, they should not even come around near political office. They shouldn't come near political office. But until that happens, we'll just be pampering. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The other day, the CDC people are talking about the CDC were the stronger advocates of war and economic crimes code.
Mm-hmm.
Get me we are the power. They must we are say we're thinking about development or we're thinking about code. It's not giving you option and priority. But until you can, in the absence of the respect of the rule of law, where even the ones that govern hold themselves accountable, the country will just be like the way it is. Babies will just be dying. In fact, not only babies, even adults. You will live in a country where there will be no traffic regulation that will expose you to danger. When something happens, no investigation, police cannot even respond, no ambulance. But in our country, where can the Ministry of Health tell us how many ambulances they have to respond to emergency?
Anyway. Okay, so Darlington, Martina, you want to come in because I will need to play a recording. We have to go back to the Eugene guy. I have a recording of him back then when he was singing praises to JMB, and today he's back in JMB.
Eugene Nangbe is an inconsistent character. I don't know why you also even listen to him.
Let me make my input on the topic first. Then you can go to Eugene Nangbe.
Yeah.
Like what Darlington was saying, right? Like, I just remember issue. Remember last before year, there's a lady that reached out to me that her boyfriend kidnapped their daughter, one Daniel. And when I called on the show that day, right away somebody were able to locate him. And we found the place at the end of the day, the body with the like their compound and thing. They said, go to the court to the court to give us cease and session warrant and things there, but we couldn't get it. So the later trial, they said we should do a writ of arrest through Interpol. Waka, you will not even believe. Twice they said the girl should give me the power of Antonin to take custody of her daughter before she can get on ground. So to send some document and things there from the Liberia National Police to Norway and things there, we went there. Every machines in the Interpol office at Central were done. The lady that controlled that room, she have to use her personal email, and the Norwegian police never granted that request because they said she should use Liberia Interpol website, not her personal website. And the lady came into the office. She said, Martina, but look, every machine here is done.
That's official duty. You don't do official duty with personal stuff.
She said, every machine here is done. So I'm trying to use my personal. Maybe send her Adika and Tina, but still the people never grant that request from her because she was not using the Interpol website in Liberia. And let me say this, boy, God, these are some of the things I get some are all angry. Boy, God, the people in our house there, they don't care for you and myself. Both the House of Senate, the House of Representatives, they don't really care of what are Liberian people safe or what are their country is safe. They don't really care. Why God, the people in our house, people can put their feet down high and say, you know what? Our people are dying. No security, no logistics for the police. In fact, we need more men in the police. Before we pass their budget, we should add the security budget up. Or we should cut our budget. Then we cut budget from the House of Senate, Representative. Even the president that we cut our budget, we add it on the security budget so our people will get security. But no, the few people that are talking in there, their voice can never be heard. And at the end of the day, the people will sit there quietly, watch Liberians die. What we put there in our house to protect us, they will watch or die on a daily basis. By the end of the day, the people will depend on to come to liberate us from poverty, from the nightmare that we've been experiencing from one government to another government. They will bring the same people back on board, recycle them, bring them back on board, and tell us to come sing praises to them and make us believe that they bring it change, which of course, our Martina sitting here, my hope just died the entire election. And I pray to God for God to really give me hope again. But no hope. See, the very same people that power in their hand, they're not making use out of it. But they're coming to tell us that they can make things to happen. They can make things worse. And the same people that today make Jowiya government to fail, we see the very same people coming on board. I remember the January 6th protest. When Joseph Nima Boyka was supporting us for that protest, the Council of Patriots, Jowiya got angry. He went on air, how the old man was dying. He paid the old man hospital bill. And what Prince Johnson did, Prince Johnson key a buttress. Why JMB should draw a hearing Costa to call for a good governance system, to call for security to protect the Liberian people, to protect this country, to protect the people's interest. Joseph Baka John Heron Costa in that way. So we are got angry. He said all lot of nasty thing about the old man. What Prince Johnson did, Prince Johnson key and buttress, that I can't be town. To say all that campaign time, yeah, maybe Prince Johnson saying it because he want a candidate to win, no. But what Joseph Boakai have to take the side of the Liberian people. What Prince Johnson did after we have finished dealing with Joseph Boakai, Prince Johnson came back to come remind Joseph Boakai ungrateful. We have paid a hospital bill. Now, this Joseph Boakai man was speaking for we the Liberian people. It was not campaign time, not politics we discussing. He believed that what happened to his people, it was wrong, and his people dying. So he believed that when he support this cause, maybe it will call the government attention, international partner, they will see how best we can all put the government fit to the fire to protect the state and her people. But what he did, he joined Jowia to fight Joseph Boakai for standing up with the Liberian people. And today we see the sea men have been celebrated, have been welcomed. Yep. And talking about change.
In fact, I just want to add, Martina, and it was around that same time, Senator Prince Johnson called former Vice President Joseph Boakai a member of the 9 ungrateful lepers. You know, in the Bible, when Jesus healed the 10 lepers, only one came back to say thank you. Prince Johnson reminded the old man, he said the old man is among the 9 ungrateful lepers. Old man, he said a lot of despicable things which I don't want to repeat on this platform. But what Martina is saying, Boakai, in a nutshell, is that we tend to forget to hold people accountable to the kind of Liberia we want to move forward with. All right? And there's where I want our next conversation to drive through. We tend to forget, you know, in 2023 of this year, 15 lawmakers, especially senators, will be going out for re-election. And the 73 of them will be going out for re-election. And I'm sorry I wasn't on the show yesterday, but on Tuesday also, I listened to Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence. I know she meant well, but Yombli said on the floor of the Senate that she hoped. She said, I pray that our 15 colleagues who are going for re-election will come back. I listened to her on Senator Abraham Darrell's Delon page. The 15 senators that are going out for re-election, the Liberian people have shown time without number that the more lawmakers go for re-election, only a few of them can come back. And that is why, again, I want to advise some of us in opposition. You see, all the endorsement passing around, that because some of them have noticed, some of them have realized that the Boakai campaign is gaining momentum, and they can go back to the people, tell the people that they have worked with Mr. George Weah for 6 years. So for some reason now, like what Darrell Delon said the other day, and to the new opposition lawmaker who just joined us. That is why the country is in a vicious cycle, Boakai. Some people are only opposition when it's 3 or 6 months to election. When it causes them to lay down, even Joseph Boakai, they will lay down, they will prostrate, they will take out their shite because they want political power. It's the same thing. They say, but I will rescue when I get power. So you're still buying the legislature to go there and do nothing. A lot of you are forgetting, Liberians. When Justice Kabina Jana was illegally removed from the Supreme Court bench, if Lender former associate justice, a law professor, Justice Philip A.Z. Banks, he was an expert witness who took the stand, educating and informing the lawmakers that it would not be good for you to remove Justice Janet. That all of the laws, whether it is in our ancestral jurisdiction, all of the law point to you, if any action of removing Justice Janet would be a travesty of justice. Okay. What did the guys do? They didn't listen. They illegally removed Justice Janet. Political parties were not happy with some senators and representatives. Let me remind you about some of the names. Because sometimes we can forget, like in the heat of the movement, not too many people keep track of these legislative performances. The likes of Jonathan Kapia, for example, from Green Bassa. When Jonathan Kapia have given the Liberty Party assurance that he will vote with the likes of Yombli Kanga Lawrence and other people in the Senate who were fighting at the time. Kapia didn't listen to that thing. The likes of Ronnie Sherman. The likes of Edwin Snow. So in 2023 of this year, 15 lawmakers will be going out for re-election. In 2014, 15 lawmakers went out for re-election, only 2 came back. So I like the way the Liberian people can vote. And it's my hope that the Liberian people continue to replace these lawmakers that will go out for re-election. In fact, by the way, Bweka, I see yesterday you were trying to defend our man James Barney. But Brother Barney will be going out for re-election. So it is hard time that the masses in those counties and in those constituencies take critical and radical decisions on these people. They are not in the interest of Liberian people. Don't mind them. That they come now with a jacket that they say they want to rescue. Don't mind them. Our criticism about the rescue mission, it is not just about VP Peak or about where he needs what the man he said? Jeremiah Kuhn. It's not just about that. A lot of them now, they are quote unquote jumping on a rescue train. They say, oh, in 2017, 17 senators endorsed the Joseph Boyka campaign. So that has been the culture. So a lot of them will be going out for re-election. The people who went out for re-election recently, 15 of them more will be going. I think we'll probably have to check. We'll bring their names here on the Costa Show, and you Liberian people will grade their performance. We'll open the lines. Should Senator A go back or should Senator B go back? And listen to the public perception. Because a lot of them have been in the legislature. They have not been listening to their party. They have been in bed with the executives. My man, like Martina said, these guys are not in the interest of our people. You know, Abache, yes, on yesterday, Abache is now calling for, on Tuesday rather, that the lawmakers need to do more oversight of the executive in the judiciary branch of government. It is not Abache have time to talk about oversight responsibility.
All right. So, my own position is this. Like yesterday, you're making reference of my stand yesterday. My own is, I think the head of state have a responsibility. That's my problem. The responsibility is on the shoulder of the head of state to make things right or to make things wrong if the person is elected. If his head of state do have the country at heart or want to see
lead that country at heart too. Last time we already had the country at heart.
Or want to see the betterment of this country, he will take the partisanship from him or her and stand for the Liberian people. What I'm saying, if Darlington is a head of state and Darlington brother does wrong, he should muster the courage and chastise his brother or his sister to get back on the right track instead of being on the wrong track. That's the will of a leader. So how can we get our leader? We haven't gotten such a leader yet. How can we get our leader? We just have to be trying because we don't know who that particular leader is. Can we say Joe Barker is a leader? I said no because he haven't been tested yet to see if he have that willpower. George, we have been tested and we know that he has failed desperately. So if a leader can muster the courage and say, yes, I want to work for my Liberian people. I want to stand my ground and make that change that the Liberian people want for me to make that change. He will close his eyes on a lot of things and make his cabinet ministers to work in the interest of the Liberian people. But if we have a leader that listens to his cabinet minister and dance to the tunes of his cabinet ministers, forget it, Darlington. We will not get what we want to get from that particular leader. So that's my point. Until we can get a leader, we have to keep trying and trying. And until God can send us that particular leader that will stand today and say, yes, if this building belongs to Boakai Amara Kamara, I will break the building down because it's on the right way. If this particular structure belongs to Martina Kunate, I will break the building down because it's on the right way. That's the leader we are looking for. How can we get a leader? It's by us trying. We have to keep trying until we can get a particular leader. That's my point. So when you see me saying that, we have to keep trying, people have to negotiate, to to be a leader, you have to win position first before you can lead the people. How can you lead when you not win? So those are the things that I'm talking about, Darlington. When you see me saying this, that's my point.
Are you done? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say something right there, boy. The Liberian people started supporting the rescue mission. The people were never on board. From the time Jawia failed our people, who is the biggest politician in this country now as I speak?
We look at Joseph
Who
Boakai.
the Liberian people now as I speak? From the time Jawia failed the hope of the Liberian people, who the people say they want?
They are looking at Joseph Boakai.
Okay. Does Joseph Boakai need a politician to recycle them? He don't need them.
Yes.
Boakai, let me say this to you. Boakai, he don't need them. Let me say this to you. Boakai, till we can change the mindset of our people, because the people will bring the people on board and come to convince us and tell them that we are the people that will not win election. So our people will run to go support them till we can enlighten our people's minds that these people, they are nobody in society. These people are the oppressor. We can make it on our own. And our politicians should understand that, but we're not going to make progress. And because of recycling these politicians, that what brought a dispute. How will you tell me that now the people we're depending on will do better when everybody that they started with, we didn't see none of them on the pulpit when they were naming their vice running mates? First, at the first place, you can tell that they have failed. But if I want to choose somebody, even if my people, they are not satisfied, before I go on to have any program, let the people see my full team on that pulpit and show to the people that, yes, we are ready to work. But we saw screen faces that were never on the train. We saw them on the pulpit celebrating. And because of these people, our good people will think the likes of Darius Dino, the likes of Yombi Kangaloy, the likes of Henry Costa, tell her you ready what we expect them when they're on board. We know that good decision will be made. And we see the people have been trashed in the back. And we saw new faces on the pulpit. But you're telling me that, yes, indeed, the people will win, they will lead. How will the people lead? When the one good man we get now that gets standing ground in the political arena, which is Joseph Nima Boakai. And this one man here, one cannot do all. That's why we need to surround him with good people to be able to do the work. But when he tried to surround himself with these very same corrupt politicians that have marginalized the masses and protect their own interests, then you're telling me that, oh, the people have to win before they govern? And we saw the same people with George Manewia. We saw the same people seeking process when George Weah failed the people. When he started to fail the people and we were correcting him, we saw them celebrating George Weah. And today, because they see the masses is no longer on George Weah's side, we see they crossing on the other side. The people coming to protect their interests, not me and you. But then we start deceiving our people. This thing been happening for time immemorial. Nothing has changed. And what made you think this time around will change? When you people person and who had drove all the other good people that we thought when they all board, our interests will be first. But because you see, you only they don't support it, we know how to support Kenya. We know how to support Kenya. So that's it.
Boakai, you know where I want us to focus the debate. Boakai, haven't you sat on this platform and criticized the Liberia problem? It's not just because who is president. It begins with the legislature and the lawmakers. Haven't you said that on the show? So
yes,
the question about the distribution of the national cake begins in the House of in the House of Representatives and the Senate. These lawmakers are the ones who appropriate. Boakai, mind you, we are not running an autocracy. We run a democracy. In a democracy, the lawmakers, when the president submits the budget, it is their duty to go in there and ensure that the people benefit from the national budget. From 2005 to now, have our people benefited from all the budgets we've passed, even on Ellie and Joe Boakai regime up to now? Because when we elect people in the house, in the house, they go there seeking their own interests as opposed to seeking the people's interests. Nobody's saying that you should, when Prince Johnson wants to support Boakai, even if Prince Johnson wants to support me, I will not say carry or support. I don't need it. I'll be stupid. All of these people have people behind them. what we are saying here, as they are coming talking about, they are now the one clamoring change. They cannot be agents of change. Just minutes ago, we were criticizing Eugene Nangbe that we say he cannot be agents of change. Imagine a man like Edwin Snow telling you he won't rescue that bureau. Edwin Snow himself needs to go and rescue himself by eating healthy before he tells you that he wants to rescue Liberia. So that is what the problem is. I want you to call their names of the 15 senators that are going out for re-election. See where they are going. See where they are going. Most of them will be leaning the Joseph Boakai way because they believe now the Boakai campaign have gained momentum in the eyes of the masses. And that is true. But are they sincerely seeking the Liberian people's interest, or they want to get re-elected? Are they sincerely interested in rescuing this country? That should be the question that you should ask yourself. That we shouldn't get played. Because the thing is, Boakai, in supporting Joseph Boakai, do you know these people are coming to the table that the Unity Party or the opposition don't feed candidates against them? Do you know those are the concessions they are making behind the scenes? You think that they're coming to support Joseph Boakai because he was janitor at CWA? You must be joking. They are coming to the table to support Joseph Boakai, making demands to say, hey, we want to support Omen Joe Boakai. If I come from what the plaintiff said, if I come from Bon County, don't feed candidates against me. Who was the deputy speaker in the House of Representatives that is not in the Senate? Prince Mwe of the Unity Party. Wasn't Prince Mwe deputy speaker when all the budget was passing? Prince Mwe came on the Costa Show here. He said he know how the budget was passing and the speaker was fighting. Now he's in the Senate. So as much as these people have the Joseph Boakai interest, they don't care, boy. They are coming to the table of support, making concessions to say, protect my interests. If they are coming to say they want to support Joseph Boakai and they are not asking the people for re-election, they would not have a problem with them, Boakai. But mind you, they are coming to the Unity Party conversation, making demands that the party don't feed candidates against it. Are those people, the bylaw makers, are those the ones that you want us to re-elect and send it in the House? Are those the quality of leaders we want to send back to the legislature?
Yeah, then we'll come with talk about change.
Like the American ambassador asked Liberia, is that the best Liberia can do?
Yes.
So when you send these people to decision making, the lawmakers are the first branch of government. The first branch of government has so much power. My man, no matter whether the president get the country at hard to, they won't. That why the people got checks and balance. Get one president, I would say, you will pay a lawmaker and $2,000 and see the resistance that you meet. Martina, you remember when Ellen Wayne cut the lawmakers' budget, they started to even threaten Mr. Salih that they will boycott.
Sure.
You remember?
But if people sat there, people who make it $400, they cut their salary. People who make it $150, they cut their salary. They never speak. But when you talk about their salary, they come to fight.
They are going for re-election. Please help me with the names of those 15. We got 30 senators, 15 will be going for re-election. So if our man, old time chairman Vani Sharma endorses Joseph Boakai, they probably will compromise. They keep my agenda.
Okay. So you're listening to the Costa Show. We have Darlington Collins, Martina Komate,
yes, much I'm saying these things, right? On the show on next week, I will come here with the names. I will research all of the names. I'm talking about from the Senate. In fact, the 73 representatives of the 73 in the opposition, of the 73, maybe, and you know, the CDC people got argument. They say, but all the lawmakers from the opposition, most of their lawmakers, they are in the majority.
Sure.
They remember everything. Of the 73, who makes the loudest noise in the House of Representatives? I can call their names. The likes of Honorable Yeke Koloba, the likes of Representative Larry Yankwe, the likes of Representative, what her name from District 4, that young lady, Swakoko Dennis.
Swakoko Dennis.
These are the people who in legislative politics. Of the 73, we can only
and what are the Senate?
We can only check 10 on the Senate. Senator Dillon, Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence. I mean, Senator, what is his name? You know, Senator who? That's how short we have ran out of naming people.
Yeah.
Even the senator from Lofa, we can probably add him there. That's how short we run out of naming people. Steve Zago. So that is the problem, Boakai. Of the 30, we can only check 4 or 5.
Then all of them will see they come on the rescue team again. Then you telling me say the people coming for change.
That is the way the country is the way it is. So he said, oh yeah, the president will come, he will wave a magic wand, he get country out. My man, listen, let me tell you something. When people talk about these other African countries, we are in a democracy. In a democracy, the legislative branch of government agrees with the executive. They have the ability to check and balance. So, my man, they can even hold the executive accountable. So we, as much as we are clamoring, and I love the Liberian people. Our people are not stupid, Martina. We political pundits, we may think that the people are stupid, but the people are not stupid. In 2014, 15 senators went for re-election, only 2 came back. I hope in 2023, of the 15 that will go for re-election, only 1 should come back. I really hope that happens.
Okay, guys.
The Liberian people should take radical and drastic action until they can face that house.
Okay, so guys, we'll have to go to the phone lines and take some calls. But before we do that, like we said, a flip-flopper in our political landscape, in person of Eugene Nangbe, that once celebrated Joseph Boakai, today is Bar Murphy. There's a type of politicians that we are talking about. Judge, please try to play that clip before we can take calls. The phone lines are open now. 0770.
But all of them had a scene.
And making political statements.
So today, Eugene Nangbe interview with the late Mamadi Diakite.
And campaigning already, but in the end, they're not bringing to the question of the lawmakers' support to Joshua. Listen, there is, I think the endorsement by some of these lawmakers will be an albatross on the neck of Mr. Weah. How does that mean? It will be a heavy weight on his neck. It will be a negative, not a positive. If you have unpopular people like Bill Twari endorsing you, who know vote in his own community, who has lost the respect of the people of his district, to come and endorse you, how does that contribute? Because though he's my partisan, he did not perform, he did not live up to the wishes of his constituents. And now, you know, somebody asked me, say, why is it that you're not going to support Mr. Weah? My question to them was, is Mr. Weah really on the ballot? Yes, his picture is there, but he's a poster child for various political interests. So if I cast a vote for my brother Mr. Weah, I'll not really be voting for Mr. Weah. I'll be voting for Bill Twari. I'll be voting for Gabriel Nyinka. I'll be voting for Adolph Lawrence. I'll be voting for Snow. I'll be voting for all the other people who are pushing him for their own selfish agenda. So he's not the one who really is on the ticket. He's not the one on the ticket. Is he the one on the ticket?
You mean Bremer family, Henry family is doing this because of something?
Because he has sensed that his popularity in the district number 4, has sunk so low that he's grabbing for anything that he can hold on to, like a drowning man will even grab the straw. So Mr. Weah is not benefiting. Let me just say this. I know for a fact that Bill Twari and Henry Famula went to Robert Salif to try to endorse him. So this endorsement, what is it? Like somebody in the street selling pepper color.
See that again?
Pepper color endorsement.
You mean
they tried to endorse Rab, and Rab said, look, I don't need endorsement. You know, you want to support me, do that, go and campaign here. So what is your I'm making the statement on the public radio, they will not deny it. They went to him and tried to. I've mentioned 2 persons. I didn't say Snow. I didn't say Mona Penom. I said Henry Famula and Bill Twari tried to endorse Mr. Salif.
I want to object.
But that's the point I'm making. So this endorsement is empty. You know, like I told somebody, like, you know, what is endorsement? Is it something that is marketable? Like somebody's
yes, it's politically strong.
It's not strong. If it's like, you know, like you selling pepper color, you take it to somebody, didn't buy, you take it to the airport and didn't take it. I mean, is that endorsement solid? I'm saying that it will be an albatross on the neck, and it will definitely boomerang. Because when these unpopular people show up on the campaign trail with Mr. Weah, the population, the constituents, will be more discouraged.
Representative Nyinka and CDC Joshua.
And I saw a group of people. And as somebody who supports Mr. Salif campaign, I'm so happy that they did this, because these are very unpopular people who will be following Mr. Weah. And so who is the candidate of the elite now? Is it Robert Salif? No. The candidate for the elite now is Mr. Weah.
How?
Look at the people around him. Look at the people around him. Look at when he made his statement at the Capitol building. Who did you see? Did you see any member of the masses? It's only elites. And I've seen Mr. Saliva in Nico Town spreading the Ebola message. I think that's the endorsement that I would suggest when I advise Mr. Saliva to focus on the endorsement from the common people. That's the real endorsement, that endorsement from people who have lost popularity in the various districts.
All right, his name is Eugene Namre, and he's here responding to some of the things in the news, specifically over the weekend. Have you talked to the vice president of this World Peace Common?
The vice president of the country? No, I haven't. But
what's the indication I received? Is he in support of this?
Well, I don't know, but I can say to you that the vice president is a very wise person. He is a stabilizing force. I know that, this is why I told you that within the United Party, there are mechanisms for resolution of problems. And I think he's one of the key pillars of the party who, if there is an issue, will step in and provide the proper guidance.
Do you agree that the president is really in a dilemma?
So that's the voice of Lay Eugene Namwe singing praises. The vice president, the former vice president Joseph Boakai is a wise man. He's this, he's that. Joshua is shouldn't be trusted. Joshua is an elite. When he was contesting for the senatorial position in Moscow County against Robert Salif, this is so this is a scene character today that is sitting behind a microphone criticizing the same vice president that he sang praises to in the past. My Liberian people, you're listening to the mayor. There is the mayor. What you think we should take such a character seriously? I said no. Don't waste your time, my people. Don't listen to the mayor. He's not a referral messenger to come and send out message for George Weah. He wants to criticize George Weah. My people, so you see, this is what we are talking about. Danito, you listen to him.
Yeah, I mean, my man, that's Eugene Namwe for you. He's a political chameleon. You know, he goes where the sun is shining. So that's what he is. He was with Robert Salif in 2014, supporting his bid, and he cared less about, you know, he didn't believe in the George Weah senatorial thing, you know. So that's Eugene Namwe for you. So now where he's landed the job at Maritime, he's not trying to play, he's not trying to gamble away. He will fight, you know, to campaign for Mr. Weah. And I love the way the narrative is going. The CDC boys are seeing their shadow. They are very worried. You know, they are very worried. And to the credit of the opposition, I think they have been making some moves. They have been working, as I said on the show. They have been engaging. Even the ANC is working. The Unity Party is also working. So these are political times. In 2023, the Liberian people will have an opportunity. And we hope that the opportunity they have is to elect a new court of officers to study the affairs of this country. This country doesn't belong to Eugene Namwe and Mr. Weah. That's the kind of person he is, a political chameleon. He's looking where the sun is shining, and that's it. So I'm not surprised. I think that's Eugene Namwe there for you.
You want to take a minute so we can take calls because the calls are coming.
Not really. That's maybe 30 or 40 seconds. Waga, he said something in a recording that you play, and I captured that. When he said that he's not seeing George Mane, we are on the ballots. It's the same year with me, this 2023 election. I'm not seeing Joseph Boakai on the ballots because these people that are trying to surround Joseph Boakai, that people that know how to make their way, that people that know how to manipulate people's mind, that people that know how to control people, because these people, they are not just ordinary people. They are so demonic to the extent that everybody they support, they make sure they control your government. So see the very people coming on board again. Trust me, Boakai, you will see the people making decisions for you and myself, and we will come back here after we told the Liberian people that many people in the House of Senate and Representatives will not be re-elected. We should kick them out. But today, because they're coming on the train, people celebrating that they have forgotten everything that they've done to us in the past 6 years. They have forgotten. So now they only focusing on win. We will win, but the change we want will not see it. That's my take on this topic.
All right, thank you so much. We go to the phone lines on 0770-102-102, 886-010-383, 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624171. Now take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Boakai, and good morning, Darlington. Good morning, Martina.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Joseph Andrew Newman, and I joined you from my 72nd residence. My sister Martina, you raised some issue, but the fact that when you want to get on the boat, I don't care what your hair get on, you have to get it and then get on the boat. At this point, I think Joseph Newman brother need everyone who saw him before to get him on the team. What do I mean? Okay, you're analyzing that people want to give Joseph Newman they spoke a lot of things about Joseph Newman. But have you said what Costa ever spoke against Joseph Newman during the 2017 election? No. All these things we just put them aside and we consider everyone. But yet they say, let me make this clear. It will not make Joseph Newman from doing what he's supposed to do.
Okay.
You know, there's a man that cannot compromise anything with anyone when it comes to know about him. So we are supposed to do when he still will also get on his back again.
All right. Thank you so much. Now take another person from this line here. 1 minute per caller. Now take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Packer. Good morning, folks. Good morning, partners of the platform.
Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Steve Bella calling from Central Moldova.
Welcome, Stevie.
Yes, Packer. Thank you very much for your analysis. We have just played. We listen to it. My brother, this country, if you want to take this country to be their farm, whenever the drastic is going somewhere, the robbery will turn the end of the day. These people, they are people that betrayed us. They betrayed the country before, and they want to come betray the country again for our generations. Pretty, I take advice. The coming president, which is Joseph Imam may he so be. So I want to advise him in a way that he should be very careful. Those that are coming around him, they didn't come in good intent for him. So whenever he listen to the words of money, he should just please be careful. Because the guys are coming with calling sugar. You tell them kind of thing. And then they take over again. Thing. It is come again.
All right. Thank you so much. Now take this other person from here. Good morning.
Good morning, Bwaka. Let me say good morning to your panelists. This is Jackson, and I'm phoning from the Rafi Highway. Look, nobody can operate rule on the problems of our country. The legislature is not passed. Let's get this clear. Perhaps we have not been taking cue from the presidency. But I strongly believe the huge chunk of our problem are brought down to the presidency and not squarely the national legislature. When they look, we have an imperial presidency. What the president wants is what the legislature will follow. When they say we are in no cabinet journey on our Supreme Court bench, they will remove everything and removing. So if you trust the judgment of Mr. Bwaka, and you know Bwaka cannot easily and will not easily be swayed, then it is there as simple as it is, based on all of the experience that he has, with all of the government that he has worked with, he might do better for us.
Okay.
But to say he's our president of the legislature, he's leaving the presidency, what Mr. Bwaka wants. And how you want to lead the country is what will happen.
All right, thank you so much, Jackson. Now take this other person from here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
I'm calling from Italy,
Welcome.
Okay, thank you. You see, most of the people are listening to our own sister, the princess, Martina Konate. But one thing you fail to realize that in election you need numbers. In order to win election, you have to win the people. And you also need influential people to win election. So when you got people who are influential and coming on your ticket, you have to be proud of yourself. You try to work with those people to win an election. After you are winning an election, you set up basis. If you feel or think about things within himself that he has an integrity, he try to manage the integrity. That's because a lot of people who has their own self-serving interest, you slash the Liberian people interest because of their interest, it will be wrong.
Okay.
So I will encourage, I don't care who is the bad person in the country to join the election mission. If only for us to win the election, we'll support that ticket to win the election.
Okay. Thank you so much from Rome, Italy. Now we'll come back and take somebody from Okay, we messed up on our caller 0770-102-102. Let's take this person from back home. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Buckeye. My age, I'm here calling from Conjunction. No, let me say this, Buckeye. I think you're not being fair. If you want to pick clip, I think you should be playing Prince Johnson clip, where he denigrated the former past president. Then you want to play clip? Using Name clip? They play Prince Johnson clip. So get Prince Johnson is on your side. What you gotta say? What a more that you guys are supporting Ambassador Buckeye get to come tell other people. They play Prince Johnson clip. And I agree with the princess, and Costa princess, when she set it up. Those guys and what that listen to even one of my brothers talking about coming rescue. Who did Buckeye ever rescue the past way? The point that you were back.
All right.
Who you come to rescue? You ever rescue anyone before?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This Liberia.
0770-102-102-86010383. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, big man.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
This is Kemoka. I come from Johnson Street.
Welcome, Kemoka.
To be honest, Martina said something. She said that Joe Baba is a good man. I no kidding, brother. That is true. But each time one can't hard. People say I'm angry. Yeah, because of the decision they took. Of course, I'm angry. To be honest with you, Bigger, I'm very angry. And Bigger, to be honest with you, everything that you did not say on the issue of Joe Baba is surrounding his circumference. People are making to suffer. They did a see person put around you. So I think for me, the name Joe Baba, a real bad memory. Because that's why if you peace, good people out and bring bad people around you, it simply means that you have no vision.
All right.
You have, I can't be bigger. It simply means that you have no vision for the country. If you take power,
Let it be
Okay, thank you so much. Let's come back to the diaspora and take this person. Okay, we messed up on our caller. We have to take a few calls from the diaspora. That take Edward Bobo. Edward, I don't know. Your line keep going off. You have to call me back. Let me see if I can take. Okay, sorry. Your line keep going off and off. That would take somebody from this other line here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
All right. This is Hamilton Flomo. I call from New Jersey.
Is it who?
Hamilton Flomo. I call from New Jersey.
Okay, Mr. Flomo, welcome.
Thank you very much. Let me say this. People should stop fooling the Liberian people that Joseph Walker will bring a change in this country. Joseph Walker has proven to be an inept leader. He has proven to be someone who is indecisive. He has proven to be someone who is very, very sick. Look at Joseph Walker. People just want to use him as a springboard to get to the presidency. If you really take a thorough look at the physical morphology of Joseph Walker, you will know that the woman is sick. That woman cannot make it. If you listen to even Kanga during the process of the staff making their endorsement to the JMB train or JMB restoration, you hear people who listen to Yombi, you will hear Yombi saying that Joseph Walker doesn't need to go out and campaign. They will do the campaign because they know that Joseph Walker is very ill. He cannot make it. He will sit there, sleep the entire day, and the Liberian people will achieve nothing.
Thank you so much. We have to take other callers. Let who you there take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Walker.
Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Thank you very much. This is DJ Lome. Look, Walker, it astonishes me when I hear people talking about somebody's health. Are you a doctor? When we're talking about president, we have cost swirling around here, got kidney problem, this and that, all labor problem, all the people start running away here and say, oh, it was bad. But today you tell him what Joseph Boakai is this person. You ever tried Joseph Boakai as a leader of this country before? He was vice president. He left with the president to work with him. And Rufus never said it all. Rufus never said, when a vice president is sitting somewhere and the president don't want to work with you, the president will use the president pro tem in the house. Every information from our house, the president pro tem, when you go rapport with the president, they got all. They were forced to deal with you. And you saw the man working in Poland, Eugene Nangwe then, where I mean, I don't want to say you're being government from Chad Town to Elling to this government. You the one guy to sit on the radio and tell somebody say they only depend on government job. Have you ever owned a private business before? You Nangwe? The property one right so you get AIDS. You know about it?
No, my man DJ Low member. Hey, yeah, we don't go that route. Let's take some.
Yeah, you just talk about them. Not talk about people medical record. You get it, man. You get it, man. What?
Man, you better get what about in the country.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can do you, man. Too much.
Yeah, I don't know why my phone, the WhatsApp keep going off this morning. Let me see if I can try it with this line here. I'm trying to connect it to this line. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, bro Baka. Good morning.
Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Thank you, people. My name is Steve Patrick. That this morning from Sokole District for Masurado County. And let me say good morning to your many listeners. People Baka, I think Martina Kuyatek have to listen to Costa, most especially after he said no one should speak, no one should attend. Hello.
Listen to me now. Martina have a right to speak.
No, she's speaking. She have a right.
So don't come and tell her what to say or what not to say. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, I know she have a right to speak, but we are discussing national issue yet, not to be attacking to people who supporting Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Since that's the case, Costa criticized Joe Biden and said he's a dead man walking. In fact, he doesn't have any sense at all. Then secondly, let's look at Fagon. What Fagon said about Joe Biden, he told us something. So he thinks the people should now say Costa shouldn't support, he shouldn't come on the Joe Biden team, or Fagon should not come on the Joe Biden team. Let me tell you, the woman is just a different type of politician or leader in our midst. Okay. Whenever people come to attack the woman, he cannot reply anyone. They keep silent and doing it. So what we're going to do to conclude, Martina, let us try to see our best to elect the woman. If you feel enough with all of what you have been doing, let me tell you, if Joe Biden was somebody to disagree with people, and he said, yeah, to not disagree with people, he couldn't disagree with my heading.
All right, thank you so much. Let me take another person from the diaspora. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai. This is Edward Bobo calling from Minnesota. Let me say this to my sister Martina. Look, I want everyone to look at Joe Biden as he gets to the presidency. Look at the leadership ability that he is exhibiting to show that he will be making an independent decision. Everyone was thinking that people that were around him, like Costa, Yombly, the Euro, they were to be picked as VP. And what happened? He made an independent decision that went against a lot of people. But today, everyone fair and thinking that he made the right decision and he bring everybody together. Even UP time, everybody thought that, I mean, imagine my area had been fighting him. But Joe Biden had wanted to hold the Unity Party. Every time there is even convention, people thought that there was a lot of problem, but he had wanted to hold this party together and he holding everyone together. So,
okay, thank you so much, holding everyone together. Let's take this other person on the line here quickly. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Joe, calling from Tuesday, Boakai. On my life?
You're live. Welcome.
Let me say this. Thank you, Costa President. Let me tell other people. This show is not just about that show. So if you think Costa President will not speak on mine, then don't listen. I don't even think just about that I ever refused to this other show or sponsor the show before. Because we don't say we call it rescue. And you cannot even rescue yourself first. You don't come and rescue the country. Everyone else said here. People who not follow Joe Biden go tell somebody from CDC. running me. So I was sitting at deputy for budget. You bring it to you closer to you. Then you say you the real chief. That's sleeping.
Okay. Thank you so much for making your contribution. Everybody have the right to speak out on the issues that we are discussing. Let's take somebody from this line here quickly. I don't know what's happening to the WhatsApp number this morning, but let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Waka, and good morning to your two studio panelists. There is some good car on a call for Jamaica alone. Thank you guys for the discussion. You know, for me, I just see Mr. Namwe as one of those unfortunate Liberia, I guess unfortunate, because he worked in so many government. He worked in so many government on our taxes, our micro taxes that we pay to government. They sustain him with it. But now he's throwing multi-ring that Obaka is one of those persons that live on government. So you Namwe over the last 3 government, Chancellor, Henry, and today, you have been working. Nowhere else we know, even the rebel days we are with it.
Okay.
Today now you want to throw multi-ring. So for me, I don't want to tell my sister either. Costa have said the words about Waka, but he realized his mistake, which is our Leo Costa. He brought her back. He said all kind of good things about him. So, like Waka said on the show, Costa said we should be in 2 weeks. Let us wait until the leader speak. Okay. Because if the leader come back today and say he's supporting Waka now, Martina, I mean, yeah. What will you say now? Will you come out on board?
Thank you so much. We take 3 more calls. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kamal, and thank you to our brother and sister, this panelists. No, Mr. Kamal, this is the National Executive Director of Make Liberia Great. Critical Momo Johnson.
Oh, Momo, you're not speaking to your June Martina. Send a more point in your place yesterday, Momo.
Not a man, Julia, man, sister.
I'm not lying, Mr. Kamal.
Go ahead, you're alive. You're protected. You're protected. Go ahead.
You, as a veteran, not a serious out of both of judges. So, I mean, it is okay. But what's to the point? My dear brother, director, have been running away from the appointment, but it's going to happen. But let me say this. I agree with my dear sister Martina, and I made service now to the show. But let me say this. No, Mr. Kamara, sometimes we speak, people don't want to listen to all this here. We are not a minority. But we have pay our due along with our leader. Let me say this. No, let me say this. It guards my heart. It bore my blood. It see made a huge Kakon who said gospel talk and called Joseph Baka. I have a congressional ability. It brought my imagination to see people who counter-ride Joseph Baka after 2017 election that he is putting on nobody. Today, my leader, my father, my teacher, my mentor, he used everything, including you, Mr. Kamara. They used everything to make sure Joseph Baka come off from the political slavery he was in. Today, he is a new check on the block. Everybody will need him. But the dream of was someone that said, I can even deal with the devil to win. And he succeeded.
Okay.
Every night is slow.
Okay,
there's a dream body. That's what those schools. To come close. That's all people are sad. It is unsaid. It is unacceptable. Some of us, we are not ready to go to sleep.
Okay, we take 2 more calls. Let's take this person here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name where joining us from?
Joseph Johnson, calling from Waterside.
Welcome, Mr. Johnson.
Matter of Princess Rest, Princess Costa, sister, you said it all. Those guys, including about the Baka, they are not rest people. Can any of you want to show the part where who Baka ever rescue? When you are president, even was found out when you think, oh, he ever can one solar plate there before he come in rescue Liberia. Then he rescue himself first. He where when he is, who did he rescue there before? Then I have people
problem with UG, making statement. How using problem with UG, when other people, like Prince Johnson went there, Ambassador Bucket using battery, like people now elected. So you want to issue with UG, get issue with Prince Johnson that you collect the day of Ghana today. Let's celebrate Prince Johnson. Happy Johnson in Jesus.
Okay.
And you don't have to get calling Jesus. Because you get now you are.
All right.
They're not criminal.
Thank you so much.
It's better to read about we are there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Like I just started for Twitter, woman.
We are there for 12 years.
I've been just starting for Twitter.
Let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name is Junior.
Is it Boka?
Boka.
Yeah, there's a small calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, Boka, I have been following you guys, and everybody know the election, the way it went, it hurt everybody, especially people that been with Boka for a long period of time. Last minute of time, then you left them out, so it hurt everybody. And we have to be just look at what I have to do it. We have to forgo our personal and look up to the country. We know it hurt us. If Madame can take the roaring and let us see reason and pull a breath first to see how best we all can put hands together and put this regime out. It hurt us, but there's no means. What he did, what Boka did, it really hurt our feeling. But let us pull a brain first. In case leader come tomorrow and say, okay, I will forgo everything and just support the movement, and we make any bad statement at this time, definitely will hunt us tomorrow. And we are young guys coming out. We have to be very careful what to say.
Thank you so much. That's our last caller of the day. And you know, the callers have, like, we on the platform here have our right to speak on issues. That's how the callers have their right to speak on issue. It's not because they are speaking against Martina that you want for me to cut them off, or because they are speaking against Darlington, you want for me to call the person off, because they are speaking against Costa, you want for me to cut the person off. They have their own 1 minute allotted to them. They can speak out on their 1 minute what they want to speak to, and then we move on. Darlington, you listen to the callers.
Fair enough. You see, I love Liberians, and when I listen to them, I try to take some lessons from them. We are on a show here. Somebody said, you know, Eugene Nangbe, you have worked, you have never owned a business for yourself. You've been with Taylor, St. Taylor days, and now you've always been government. You know, Bugger, the old boy can say when one clean somebody eye. In fact, the Bible said when you want to take the speck from somebody eye, you want to take the one from your own eye. My man Edison on our side, so we're supposed to be okay with you. We're supposed to make it. But Edison has been in government as long enough as Eugene Nangbe too has been in government. Edison has been a bad leader, a corrupt leader, selfish and only in his own interests. But anyway, people say we shouldn't criticize. But let me say it. The difference between me and some people, I don't want to speak for them, is that I come here and I speak. I'm very opinionative, right? I speak my mind very freely. And especially where I believe something is wrong, I would say, I will not be like you who will cushion it or pamper it or, you know, try to polish it and make it look nice and present it. The problem with the country is because even good men, Bible says bad company corrupts. Even good men. Also, Liberians have forgotten about the phrase, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. You know, these little life lessons, they apply to politics. Or, look, even if you have a leader who wants to lead in the proper trajectory, look, and I have been working with different groups, but even in some organization, when the leaders have good intentions, even today, George Weah is not president come 2023. You will find a lesson. Natana McGill will be telling you, say, we used to be advancing the men, you are not listening. McGill don't got a lot of things to say, but we're advancing the men, we are not listening. It's because the culture of sycophancy, the culture of impunity, people just want to protect government job, people want to do this, people want to do that, and they come under the guise as in the interest of our people. But our country have a long way to go. These elections should be on the basis of the issues. We look forward to Mr. Joseph Boyka telling us how he wants to rescue this country. We want to hear the debate. We want to hear the debate of ideas. We want to hear his perspective on agriculture, on education, security sector reform. We equally want to hear why Mr. Weah think he won a second mandate. We want to hear the likes of Mr. Alexander Cummings. How can you fix this country, quote unquote? What kind of leader will you be? So, but the problem with our country is that the debate have gravitated more towards slogans. It's not on the basis of the issues. What are the issues? How can you end the culture of impunity? How can you cater to the bread and butter issues of our people? But we are not paying attention to that. We are just caught up into this cloud about clamoring of change. And that is the problem. Sometimes when we are too much concerned about that, and when we get political offices, we miss track on that. So that should be the debate. Let the opposition people, whether it is Cummings, whether it is Mr. Weah, and Mr. Joe Parker, let them tell us, Mr. Tiawon Gonglo, where they want this country to go. The other day, Brother Gonglo was on the show telling you where he hope this country can go in terms of agriculture. How can we reunite our people? That should be the debate. Not just anybody shouting change. If you CDC, they say, yeah, change for hope. Even though their mantra didn't make sense, how you change, now you hope. Now we say we want to arrest and rescue. So, these campaign slogans, they are not just adding up. And it is good that our people get the clear-cut understanding to ask these political people the hard questions. Ask Mr. Joseph Boyka, how can he fix this country? How can he rescue this country? Cummings want to fix this country. We need to ask these people the hard question. But if we get caught up with political sensation, the politics, what I call the politics of slogan, and that is the culture of which the country has been going. In 1997, Mr. Taylor came to power. You came my man, you came my pa, I will vote for you. Mr. Salif came to power. Okle Babun Westmore, let the old man go there. We gave the old man 12 years. The old man have a lot to do with moving the country forward. See what the country is. In 2017, you not know who will vote for you. Now, we want to rescue this country. It's good. But when you go to the swimming pool or when you go to the beach, not just any fool who sits in a left guard boot, you think he's a rescuer. Or he may not even he may just be catching a shade from the sunlight. He just be sitting to the left guard boot. You didn't ask questions, he just jump in the pool. So we are taking a gamble. We want to see the likes of the Liberian Media Dialogue, John Colley hosting these presidential debates. Actually, look, presidential candidates must avail themselves to public scrutiny and debate, asking the critical question. We want to see Joe Biden on the campaign trail. He needs to be telling us how he wants to fix this country. Yomli Kanga cannot promulgate his measures for Joseph Boyka better. Neither his vice presidential pick will not explain it better as he would do.
All right, Darlington.
Times in 2023 is on our hands. The issue should focus more than the trivial, the personal attacks here and there. Let these presidential wannabes tell us how can they bring an end to the lasting suffering and the culture of impunity in our country. Thank you, Boyka.
Thank you so much, Darlington. Martina?
Yes.
You want to conclude from your end? Can you listen to the callers also?
Me?
Yeah, you're loud. Go ahead.
Okay, let me say this to the caller who called to tell me that I should stop talking. I'm not here to speak for you either. These people are criticizing today. I once criticized them before. They're not because they're on your so-called rescue mission, you will tell me to not criticize them. People who follow me have been criticizing people. They both representatives and senators who in our house to do the Liberian people work and they refuse to do the work. I've been criticizing them. Not because today you people recycling them, then you telling me to not criticize them. I will criticize them. You can't stop me from criticizing them. And let me say this, I get mind of my own. If Henry Costa, my leader that I believe in so much, everything that he know, if he choose to come back to support the rescue mission, Martina Konate, I'm off. When I was supporting CDC from 2005, 2011 up to 2014, 2015, when I make my decision, I never look at my entire family was a United Party party. I was the only person I was supporting CDC. So let me say this to you today. For childhood, I've been somebody that get my independent mind. I don't think for people and people don't think for me. I don't wait for people to think before I act. Even if my leader comes today and say he's supporting the so-called rescue mission, I will not be part. I will not be on that train. Nobody will pay my rent again. Don't pay my school fee. I have vowed to not support the rescue mission. And let me say this: the person who say I'm angry, I'm angry. I got 2 more baby laying out all my life. You think I'm not thinking of my daughter's future? My future was gambled by these politicians. My future was gambled. And I know what I passed through before becoming a woman today. And I'm looking at my daughter's future for tomorrow. You think I'm going to sit here to allow people to damage the next generation future to come? I'm looking at the next generation. Some of you in America today, you want us to support this. You all know in America, 100 years from now, children that will be born, their future is already prepared. But you're telling us to vote for the wrong people because we just want to see Jowia out. We just want to support, we just want to see Jowia out, but we don't know who will replace Jowia with. The very people that make Jowia to feel comfortable that everything is okay. Today, leave you George Mane Weah camp. Coming to our camp that we've been fighting how to market, and today we have succeeded in marketing it. And today we see the very same people coming to take over. People who were on the train, their voice is no longer heard. People who were on the tree, they were not part of the decision making to bring a good person next to Joseph Nima Boyka. But today, you want me to be part of that tree. And the very people that are criticized for 6 years, for 5 years and some months, you want me to sing praises to them today because they own your so-called rescue mission. Wake up from that dead dream before you lay in your sleep. Because I, Martina Konate, will not sugarcoat my war. What I stand against, I will continue to stand against it. Even today, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he come today and these so-called people support him, I will not support them. Let me tell you this today. That's how far I have understood politics for myself, and nobody going to make decision for me. So many days, you people will cry on my knee. Oh, Martina, the thing you saying, and I even see you. I'm a critic. I am the critical Martina you used to know, and I remain critical. Now because they support it. You people bashing Eugene Nangbe today. And you people say Henry Costa said those things about Joseph Nima Boyka during campaign period. And let me say this. Everything we say about Kumi today, I personally call Kumi or gay. But if Kumi get a number and Kumi managed to come circle around with George Mane Weah, if he not bring it, the criminal like Musa Bedete on board, Louis Brown on board, I will support him over a George Mane Weah. And that's what Henry Costa did. You expected for Henry Costa to sugarcoat a Joseph Boyka when he get a candidate in a race, he get a party. But when the decision time reached where it was Joseph Boyka and George Mane Weah, what he did, and he went for Joseph Boyka because he know he prefer a Joseph Boyka than a George Mane Weah. Oh, you people not seeing that too? But there's people who criticize George Weah, it was Joseph Boyka, it was not campaign period because he tried to stand up with the Liberian people and they came to fight him to defend a George Mane Weah that killing our people every day, that have marginalized our people, that have damaged 50 years from now, the children that will be born that have damaged their future. But yet you comparing these people with a Henry Costa. Has Henry Costa ever worked in government? Has Henry Costa ever stood for the Liberian people? Has Henry Costa ever lived on the expense of the Liberian people? You better wake up for your daily dream. You people will go back again after 2023 to protest for change. The change that you're crying for, you will go back to the street to protest for that change. Bring the people on board and expect another change.
Thank you so much, Martina Darlington. It's good to have you guys. And for me, my closing is that we have to put Liberia first. Yep. Liberia is all we have, no matter what the situation is, no matter how we turn things to be. Liberia is all we have, and we can't go without this country. So we all have to let go of our, our self interest and focus on Liberia. And the only way we can do that is by taking ourselves from in everything and putting Liberia first. So for me, I don't have much to say in my closing. All I say is that let's think about Liberia and where we want this.
You know, you the people darling born.
It's
me darling to tell them they don't want to hear our voice. You know you the darling born show, and we not even ready here.
You know, Baka,
Continue
some
our
of the
advocacy.
things some of the things we do here, is to be honest with our people. You know, it's like you go to a doctor, right, for diagnosis. It's our duty to tell you the truth, you know, and sometimes people take less interest in hearing truth. And do I disagree with some things Martina said? Yes, but I usually agree with most of the things she said. That is the problem, you know. And I made my closing that the debate of 2023 should be focused on the issues. Tell us how you will face this. Could not just chanting slogan rescue and fix the country and we are 2023. It should not be a campaign of slogans. Let the political people tell us how they intend to end the culture of impunity, how they want to fix the economy. These are the bread and butter issues, Baka. But if we are not asking these questions, it's like the same thing we asking Mr. George Weah. George Weah ain't get no agenda. We made him president. So the country will keep moving in a cycle where we replace another group of thieves and put another group of thieves with the hope that the country will get better. And Joseph Boyka, yes, in as much as with his wealth of experience in government, he's not a Puritan. He's not a saint. You know, he may be an honest man, but he's not a saint. You know, bad company. You have all these people around you who
But Darlington, you will be everywhere at every time. Like you want to run the government. That's why we want to put people on board. Joseph Boyka will not be everywhere at every time. He will not be to every ministry.
You cannot say you want to be honest. You cannot say you're an upright man, and then you take a shower with people who have checkered history, and you don't want us, as critical people as we are, to ask these critical questions. And
Okay,
like Martina said, some of you are only supporting Joe Boyka because you want a political job to live. I don't need that. That's the difference. There's a thin line here. Some of you only want your people to come to power so that you get in government, so that the people now you are criticizing to say that they are leeching on government. You too can come, you know, and play ball. But we have a dying country to rescue. Our people, the innocent babies. What kind of country are we laying for our children and our born children to come? That should be the question, Boyka.
Okay. All right, guys. So
people should not get uneasy. And give me 1 minute on this. People shouldn't get uneasy. Joseph Boyka is not exempt from criticism. If we were supporting Boyka here, you would clap for us. The other day, some of you had the worst to say about Eugene Nangbe. And, you know, and I used to be on the Class Reloaded. My friends on the Class Reloaded, I know some of their personal perspective about Stanton Waterspoon. But all of that criticism about Stanton Waterspoon are going to spend time now because everybody.
Yeah, you're supporting the rescue mission.
That is the problem. People stay for nothing.
That's the hypocrisy behavior that in them.
Even if Costa goes to his Uncle Joe, like Costa and Uncle Joe got that relationship, like uncle. I will not go there to Joseph Boyka. And you should respect our criticism. If this election go to a second round with Mr. George Weah and Mr. Joseph Boyka, you think Credit will support George Weah? No. But in the first round of the election, there are multiple options. So you, who are our viewers, should be receptive and open to criticism of the Boyka ticket. I have never insulted Joseph Boyka yet. I have criticized some of his decisions. He's not a Pope of Liberia. He's not a Dalai Lama. He's not a crown prince where all of his decisions can go unchecked. So if you bring us in a second round election between George Weah and Joseph Boyka, many of might support Joseph Boyka. But if you start showing resentment to our view, opposing view, when we criticize Mr. Joseph Boyka, you get uneasy and you start insulting Martina, and then and myself, it is not healthy. Because if these elections get to second round between
they are not my boyfriend, and I know nothing about me. Insulting him.
We have to
okay.
Let me say this. Please, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute before you leave. I beg you, Boyka, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. If you want to insult me well. Or you go look for any of my ex, you bring it to come cost me because they don't want to know me. But as long as you don't know anything about me, you cost me. I get a very tough skin. You people know me now. I have ever lost or fighting battle on the social media. I always win because you don't do nothing to me. And let me say this. Today, some of you go against, you're not going against Henry Costa, you're causing Henry Costa, and you're hailing criminal that spent on Waterspoon. You're hailing a lazy killie that can work for himself. The fagon that want you to come back in government again to steal when the opportunity is given to me. And let me say this to you. Henry Costa arm is open. You will say everything you want to say about him. But I see you are coming back immediately 2024. And you're bringing all your corrupt rogues then. You're bringing them on board. You will
Alright,
go
guys,
by your
we
time to
need
hearing
to
Costa.
we,
What
we
is
need
be
to
a
go.
process?
We need to go, guys. So
I love
we'll be back here tomorrow morning with a very fascinating discussion again. Thanks to Darlington, Martina, and Teves couldn't join us, but tomorrow he will try to join us. I'm in contact with I'm trying to get in contact with Harry Clarence. Is it Clarence Monuba or Harris Monuba? I think Clarence Monuba.
Clarence Monuba,
Yeah, to see if he can appear with us on Monday. So we'll be here hopefully. I'm still trying to get in touch with him so he can come and tell us his platform. But guys, join us tomorrow. Like we normally say, Liberia is all we have. We have to love and cherish the country. You can go all around the world. You come back, you will still meet this country here. So let's make sure that the country is not divided, like the way the Joshua and other people did. Once other people are elected, let us see or muster the courage to unite this country, because since the we are administration, this government or this country have been hardly divided, and we can see that from the angle of other people here and there. They are expressing that anger and they don't want to see that a simple change now. So, folks, join us tomorrow morning. We'll be back here. Buakai Amara Kamara is my name. For me, I can only say my people. This is the country, and we have to make sure that we save this country. Let's support each other. A opposition unity can get us removing Joshua, but if you don't unite, if you don't bring people on board, you can win an election. So that's what I'm saying. Before you lead, you will have to win. You can't win, then you say you. If you not win, you will not lead. So you need everybody to win. So folks, join me tomorrow, and the team will be here to make sure that we bring everything to your doorstep. It's bye bye from my end.